Mindanao is the second largest group of islands in the Philippines, composed of waters and land, especially mountains. It offers goods, views, and activities which tourists will really enjoy. So today, let's discuss about the ethnic tribes in Mindanao or ethnic group. These people also known as the native people in Mindanao. Maranao. The Maranao people live around Lake Lanao on the southern island of Mindanao. They are one of the largest Islamic groups in the Philippines. If you are wondering to their religion, they are Muslim indeed. The Maranaos are part of the largest Moro ethnic group. The name Marani translates to mean people of the lake, after their traditional territory in the area surrounding Lake Lanao in the Bukidnon Lanao Plateau. According to the early written genealogical document Salsala, this term generally referred to the native people of living around Lake Lanao. They are famous for their artwork weaving. They use metal crafts, which is called Sarimanok or known as legendary bird of the Maranao that represent universal symbol of their art. Rice farming is their main livelihood, along with metalworking and woodworking handicrafts. Bagobo. Bagobo term comes from bago, meaning new, and abo, meaning growth. So, that the term refers to a recent formation of people along the coast of Davao Gulf. The Bagobo constitute one of the largest groups among the indigenous peoples of southern Mindanao. Bagobo once lived in the hills south and east of Mount Apo, where according a legend, their supreme god and common ancestor Apo Sandawa ruled as god. Mount Apo is the Bagobo ancestral domain and their sacred place of worship. Sibulan is an ancient settlement of the Bagobo, and it was also the center of the old Bagobo tribes when the Spaniards tried to conquer the islands of Mindanao at the end of 19th century. The Spaniards gave this region its name, the Land of Sibos or Land of Numerous Springs. During the Revolution of 1896, Limas joined a band of deportados and voluntarios who started a mutiny in Marawi City against their Spanish superiors. They roamed the Misamis Oriental area, harassing and wreaking havoc on Chinese and Spanish-owned business establishments. The Limas in Mindanao resisted against American colonization. Bilaan. The Bilaan are a tribal community of southern Mindanao. The name of this indigenous group comes from the word Bla and An, meaning opponent people. Some Bilaan natives were displaced when General Santos City was founded in 1939. Others settled in the city. The Bilaan live in Lake Cebu and other municipalities of South Cotabato and are one of the major non-Islamic tribal groups in southern Philippines. The Bilaan culture is unique. The tribe practices indigenous rituals for almost everything that they do because of their belief in the supremacy of the great creator named Malu or Diwata, which they believe that the source of everything. The tribe practices indigenous rituals while adapting to the way of life modern Filipinos. Her means of livelihoods are swidden farming, weaving, fishing, hunting, food gathering, and tool and weapon making. Basically, Bilaan men wear their hair long and have tattoos on their back, chest, legs, and arms. Some of the main characteristics practiced by men and women of this tribe is the shaving of the eyebrows and the blackening of their tongues and fields in scissors. Tibuli. The Tibuli people are one of the indigenous peoples of South Cotabato in southern Mindanao. The Tibuli are one of the 87 tribal groups in the Philippines, which make up 15% of the population. The Tibuli are still mysterious to most Filipinos. Their identity and whereabouts often a question. They're one of those proverbial creatures that are often heard of but seldom seen. They trace their dim origins to the Great Flood. They are medium of build, light of complexion, curly or straight of hair. In other words, they look exactly like most Filipinos. The Tiboli is a peace-loving people, says Blonto. The cause of fight of often over women's dowries, not power or wealth. Our main problems is land conflict, domestic problems, usually marriage problems. Ancestral domain must be protected. Manobo. Manobo, the name may come from Mansuba for man, person or people, and Suba, river, meaning river people. The first Manobo settlers live in northern Mindanao. At present, Manobo tribes can be found at the hillsides and river valleys of the northeastern part of Cotabato. According to an oral tradition, the Manobos were led by two brothers, Momalu and Tabunaway. They lived by the Manobo Rick, which flowed into the Mindanao River near the present site of Cotabato City. In the 14th century, Sharif Kabungusan, a Muslim missionary, arrived from Johor to convert the people of Mindanao.